Good morning, guys. I wanted to come on this morning. I was a little saddened about DMX death yesterday. I just had something to say, and it really saddens me. Guys, we never know what people are going through, the struggles that they're going through their lives. And when I heard this story, and I just remember hearing about, I had a friend who used to be his bodyguard when he comes to Chicago, and he used to talk about how he liked speed and how he was just, struggling with some things that was going on in his life. And when I heard about his death, it really saddened me. So, guys, we all quick to judge people, but we never know their story. Everybody has a story. So before we decide to judge people on what we see them doing, think about what they might be going through. Instead of always judging somebody, let's try to pray for them or ask God to deliver them. Ask God to keep them in their right frame of mind. That man was 50 years old yesterday when he passed away. When I heard that he went through abuse through his childhood, mother dropping him off at a foster care or in the system, and he didn't know where he was going. He didn't know. As a 7-year-old child, you don't know the trauma that went through his life. And to see, he was an icon. I mean, he made good music. I love some of his music. I was fortunate. My mom died when I was 12. I was blessed not to be put into a system, to have a strong support family that my sister raised me, and I'm more grateful, and I'm so grateful that she took me, because I don't know where I could have been. But to God be the glory, I was able to overcome the death of my mother at 12 years old and to succeed in life. So, guys, I just came on real fast this morning to tell you, be careful when we're judging people. Be careful when we're talking about people, because everybody has a story. Sometimes think of their story before we start judging them. Dmx, rest in peace. And, I just had something to say, because I know we're all guilty of talking about people and look what he doing, and man, he on drugs. The struggle is real. We all have some type of addiction. I talked about that before. And I asked, what was your addiction? And your addiction might not be my addiction, and my addiction might not be your addiction. And the addiction that you're going through, I might say, man, I could stop doing that in a heartbeat. But you don't never know. People use things to cover up things that hurt them. We tend to suppress and use things to try to not think. We all have people in our lives and our family that are on drugs. So when we look at DMX and we think about that he used drugs, he did this and he did that, we didn't know his story. We didn't know his story. And it's someone out there who has the same story that he has. So before we're quick to judge someone that's living, let's think about the story they're going through. People eat for comfort. People use drugs for depression. People use different devices. That's why when I did my addiction, what's your vice? Is your vice killing you? Is your vice the right answer? So I came on this morning because I said we're so quick to judge people. I mean, no matter what it is. We don't know their life. We don't know their story. So before we jump to just talk about people, guys, let's evaluate ourselves and ask ourselves, what's our addiction? What's our vice? My vice is not your vice. Your vice is not my vice. So, guys, let's pray for people. Let's pray for their minds. And let's just be prayerful in this world. Good morning, Debbie. And till next time, like I said, guys, I just jumped on real fast because we quick to judge somebody. Think about their story. Man, instead of judge them, let's pray for them. Okay? And as I say always, never chase what you want. Elevate your game until what you want chases you. Be safe. And you guys, let's pray for each other. And always remember, when you see somebody down, say to yourself, I don't know their story. But instead of me judging them, I'm going to pray for them. I'm not going to judge. I'm going to pray for the person that I see that's down, that's depressed. Because you don't know. People have PTSD. It comes from all different, from the army, from tragedies that happen in their lives. So we're going to pray for the people and not judge them. And I know it's easy said than done, but we're going to do that. I challenge you guys to pray for people instead of judging them all the time. Remember, their story is not your story, and your story is not their story. Until next time, I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Talking on a Tuesday with something to say. I just had to jump on here this morning. Rest in peace, DMX. And you guys have a safe and blessed weekend.